couple, and he did all of the work for the Jewish clientele here in Steubenville. And the Sharons purchased it in '74.
Okay.
I moved here after graduating from West Virginia University with a degree in design in '74. They were looking for a designer, and we hooked up at that point, and I've been working with them
ever since.
Ever since. Yeah.
And then did they just recently retire, move, go somewhere?
Dick, the husband, passed away 2 years ago.
Okay.
Jean didn't want the memory, so we moved her she has a new condominium at Mission Point. So she's living there. Her health is starting to fail. And and she just really needs to go so that she doesn't have two residences to worry about and that sort of thing. Sure. But they're great people and raise their kids here.
She has, how many children does she have?
Two. Rich Jr., the oldest, is an accountant here in town. He took over his father's practice. He's my accountant also.
Okay.
And they have a daughter that's in veterinarian school. So.
Wow. Cool. Well, I really like it, so I'll need to talk to my wife. And what's the current plans then? So you're going to redo the front, and is the price staying the same, going up, going down? Do you know what they're...
To my knowledge, the price is on the market now at $189, right, isn't it? And I think that that's established and firm.
Yeah, it's hard to raise the price on a house once you have it established at one price.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they're investing in wanting it to be sold.
Yes.
It hasn't been on, I mean, I don't think she's the only one that's had this. Someone else had this too, didn't they?
Well, here's the history. And unfortunately, because of this, but I know the true story, and I'll tell you the true story. To be very upfront, the house has been on the market, off the market, on the market, off the market. And unfortunately, that creates a stigma to a house.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with this, but Dick and Jean, the husband and wife, Dick was a very hard-headed person. And it started out on the market, I don't know, 7 years ago at $299. Then it was dropped to $275. But then Dick got sick and passed away, and they didn't want it shown by realtors. They wanted it shown privately when Jean was living here, but there's nothing wrong with the house.
Yeah.
I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the house. Yeah, but people's perception, because it's been on, off, only because of situations. But there's, the house is a great house. As a matter of fact, if I was in a position, because I have acreage and I have an enormous home out in the country, and I would buy this house, but I just...
It's not your project, right? It's not the project you need to be doing at this time.
Not at this point. So. But it's a super house. It's close to your work.
Close to the university, close to the church.
Very California looking. Very open look. And I know a big percentage of the homes in Steubenville. I'm in and out of, I've been doing this 30 years in the area. And I think I think for the money it's a tremendous...
Well, yeah, with the square footage and stuff.
How does it compare to other homes in this neighborhood?
Very different. I mean, the other homes are either split entries or ranch style.
What is a split entry? What does split entry mean?
Split entry, you go in a front door, you go up steps and down steps. And there's a lot of split entry homes in Steubenville. Yeah. This is a very unique floor plan and style to our area.
Because it's all on one level? Is that
not just that it's on one level. I think it's because of the openness of it and the size of it. Because we have a lot of houses here on one floor, but this is the bigger rooms and more space. You've got a lot of space.
And it's like 33,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And that does not include the garage. I mean,
it's 3,300.
And actually, I think I saw that online, and I think I would have to say there's more than 3,300 square feet here.
She probably would buy the tax records.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it's larger than 3,300 square feet.
So is there any downside, or I mean, you know the house better?
I would say there's absolutely no downside.
Okay.
I'm not a real estate agent, but I do deal with people's personalities, and I've always found that people walk in and you can certainly
Well, you don't see a lot of cracking
feel.
in the plaster. Lots of these corporate homes, you're gonna see a lot of cracking. I haven't seen any.
And the plaster meaning on the walls or on the ceilings?
Yeah.
Either, or. Very solid build.
You can tell it's a solid house. You can tell it's a solid house.
And do you know if there's kids next door by any chance, or is that for the
I don't
grandkids?
think there are children next door, no.